Good evening and welcome back to Cooking with BJ. Okay, tonight we're going to fix chili beans. Okay, and here's most of the ingredients that I'll be using. I'll be using ground turkey, smoked link sausage. I'll cut it up and I sliced it up and I'm gonna brown them before I put them in. Okay, we got chopped onion, we got our beans soaking. Okay, here's our seasoning. We're going to use minced garlic. We're going to use accent salt, garlic powder, black pepper, seasoned salt. Okay, and later we're going to add chili powder. We're going to add those wonderful diced tomatoes. And we're going to use this brick chili. Okay, so I'm going to, right now I'm going to brown the ground turkey and I'm going to brown the sausage. And I'll be back to show you how I put it all together. In the meantime, I got to cook these beans, ladies and gentlemen. So the beans have been soaking. And what I usually do is let them soak a few hours. I wash them and I let them soak for a few hours before I get started. And I put like half a teaspoon of baking soda in the water so that they can get some of that gas out of them. So that's just my way of doing it, ladies and gentlemen. I excuse the notification. I just soak them for a few hours. So they've been soaking for about 2, maybe 3 hours. And over here, let's see. I've been cooking a turkey tail, a smoked turkey tail. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna cook the beans in. Okay, so we're gonna put the beans in there. I'm gonna rinse the beans off, put the beans in there with maybe 2 cups of water and let them cook for about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours on medium fire. And then we're gonna come back and take a look at them and see what's going on with those. Now I'm gonna use this pan right here to put the links on so that the grease can drain out of them. Okay, and I'm gonna brown everything in this skillet right here, but I'm gonna brown the ground turkey separate from the links. Okay, and I'll be back. Okay, so I rinsed the beans off. So now I'm gonna add the beans. Okay, and I didn't even use, I used less than a pound of pinto beans. Okay, so depending on how many people you're cooking for is how much beans you want to use. So I'm just going to add 2 cups of water. So I lied. We're going to add 4 cups of water. Okay, so let me get another 2 cups. Okay, so before I add the other 2 cups of water, I want to start putting my seasoning in. So I'm going to put my seasoning salt in. My accent salt. The garlic powder. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little pepper. Okay, a teaspoon of minced garlic. And then a half a chopped onion. Okay, and now I'm going to add the second 2 cups of water. So I'm going to just let these cook on medium fire, and I'm going to cover the lid, and I'm going to let my beans cook. And in about maybe 30 minutes, I'll probably add another 2 cups of water. Okay, depending on how they look, but I'll let you know if I do. Okay, so I don't want to put too much water in there, okay, right now. But we're going to see how it do, and then we'll come back because we still got to add other stuff. Okay, so I'll see you in about 30-40 minutes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been about 45 minutes. So the water have cooked down. So I'm about to put, this is my chili powder, okay? Teaspoon. Okay? I'm going to sprinkle the teaspoon of chili powder in there. And I think I want to put another teaspoon in there. And my ground turkey is browning. And the links are done, the sausage. So you just got to get these beans ready, okay? So give me a minute. Okay, 1 more teaspoon of chili powder, okay? Now I think I want to add a 1/2 cup of water, okay? Just so, because I need them to cook a little more. Well, we're going to put a cup of water. That was a whole cup of water, okay? Just 1 cup. So I need them to cook a little more because they're not as done as I would like them to be right now, okay? So we just added 2 teaspoons of chili powder. And we're going to let them cook for another maybe 30 minutes on medium fire. Okay? And I'm going to finish this ground turkey. And remember what I said about the ground turkey. You always want to season it and then put a little more. When you're mixing it in spaghetti sauce or chili beans or something like that, you want to put just a little more seasoning in your ground turkey, because the ground turkey, it take a lot to get the seasoning in it. So I'm gonna cut the ground turkey off. Okay, so we just waiting for these beans to get done a little more, and then we're gonna add the brick chili, the ground turkey, and the links, and we're gonna add the stewed tomatoes, the diced tomatoes. Okay, so I'll see you back in about maybe 30-35 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, our time is up. Okay, so I just took the lid off. So you want to just scrape around the sides and get the seasoning. And they look like they doing pretty good, but what you want to do is take a fork and stick the fork into one of the beans just to check it. And you want them really tender, and mine are not as tender as I want them to be. So I'm going to let them cook maybe about 20 more minutes. Okay, and I'm going to check on them. But as you can see, they boiling, they doing good. It's just not time yet. Okay, we don't want to rush the process. So if you want to, you can add more water to yours, or you can just leave it like it is. So that's how mine look. And I think what I want to do is, I don't want them to be too thick, because I got to put the brick chili and the meat and stuff in there. So what I'm going to do, since they need to cook a little longer, I'm going to add maybe a 1/2 cup of water more, just so they won't be real thick. Okay, so I'm going to add a 1/2 cup more now. And that way, when I get ready to put all my ingredients in, it'll already be cooked down. Okay, so I don't want them watery. I just want them nice and loose, but a little thick. Okay, so we're going to add a 1/2 cup of water. I'm sorry, I told you I don't measure, but I checked it. It's a cup of water. So I guess 8 ounces is a cup. So that was a cup of water. Okay, so, and I'm just going to scrape all my seasoning from around the side. And as you can tell, they starting to, the juice is looking red. Okay, that's how you want it to look. Okay, that's from the chili powder. Okay, so we're going to let them cook maybe 25 more minutes. Okay, because like I said, you don't want to rush the process, especially with beans. So let's let them cook about 25 more minutes, okay? So I'll see you in 25 minutes. And probably at that time we'll be ready to complete the chili beans. Okay, so it's time to check our beans. Okay, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my brick chili and my diced tomatoes, okay? That way I'll know if I need to add any more water. Okay, I can't do this with one hand, so I'll be back to show you what it looked like. Okay, so I put the whole block of brick chili in here with the stewed tomatoes. And I'm going to just let this cook till the brick chili is all dissolved, okay? Okay, so there was a pack of brick chili that I used, okay? It's all in there. Okay, so here's my meat, my ground turkey and my links. Okay, so I'm just going to add that in there. Okay, so now I'm going to cook this on low fire for about maybe about 30 minutes. Okay. Sorry about that. So, if you feel like you need to add more water, feel free to do so. But I don't think at this point I'm going to add any more water in mine. Okay, that was the timer. So, I think I'm just going to let this cook for 30 minutes. And come back and show you what it looked like. And we'll go from there. But it's looking pretty good. So, about 30 minutes on medium-low fire. Okay? And I'm going to put the lid back on it. And there we go. See you in 30 minutes. Okay, so my 30 minutes is up. And I hope you guys been stirring in between the 30 minutes. I have. And I'm sorry. I didn't want to just come back on here and say, okay, stir. And then come back again. So, you know what I'm saying? So this is the final look. And I have one more ingredient that I add. And it's optional. Okay. And it is 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, so I'll just stir that in. And I usually let my chili beans sit for about 20 minutes before we even start eating them. So, therefore, all the ingredients will be put together. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final part of my video for my chili beans. Okay, I hope you enjoy this recipe. And see, they're not too thick and they're not too watery. Okay, so I'll be back with a name. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here is Jackpot Chili Beans. Okay, that is the name of these chili beans. Thank you again for joining me. Please, if you like this video, click the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Have a great evening.